And now, after years of planning, sweating, and going broke, here is the Boots and Whiskey Podcast with Jim Belisle.
And alert the media.
Why they would give this man a podcast is anyone's guess.
Then there is what could only be a bizarre coincidence or something else.
Welcome to the Boots and Whiskey Podcast with Jim Belisle.
Fat, drunk, and stupid is no way to go through life, son.
Country music and fine moonshine. Finally, a podcast that lets it all hang out.
Let's level with America.
Got your boots? Ready for some whiskey?
These boots are made for walking.
One of these days, these boots are gonna walk all over you.
And now, the Boots and Whiskey Podcast with Jim Belisle.
Hey everyone, Jim here, Boots and Whiskey Podcast. Welcome back to another episode. Today we have another three-fer, right? We've been doing this the last couple of weeks, been putting out 3 episodes at a time. Today we have another 3. We have Breakfield, we have Bella Lam on, and then this episode is with Caitlynne Curtis. Caitlynne is making her Grand Ole Opry debut tomorrow night. So if you're in the Nashville area or can get there, get there. This girl is absolutely fantastic. We had the pleasure of hanging out with her and Struggle Jennings, God, a couple of months ago now. They were here up in Rhode Island shortly after we put out Struggles episode. They were here, great time. Absolute sweetheart of a girl, absolute killer vocals, killer voice. She is, I think, the real deal. She's going to be huge, absolutely huge. She's on a little bit of a tour right now, so if she's in your area, go check her out. I know she's coming here, soon. She's coming to the Boston area soon. I don't have the date in front of me. I suck. I'm sorry. End of June. I want to say the 25th-ish. I think she's playing at City Winery. So if you're in the Boston area, go check her out. Or if you're anywhere else, go check her out too. Big thank you to Ben and Gail again. I love these. The PR team working with for Caitlynne is by far one of the best. So thank you everybody for tuning in and enjoy this conversation here with Caitlynne Curtis. Cheers. Exciting, but so first and foremost, thanks for being here and taking the time and letting us get to know who you are. I do have to, because I had jumped in while you and Ben were talking, and did you read 2 books you said this weekend?
Well, not in the weekend. That would be crazy.
Oh,
but
okay, I was gonna say, holy shit! Like that's impressive.
No, I have been reading this book series. The first book was It Ends With Us, and then the second It Starts With Us. So I just finished both of them this weekend.
So because I have no shame in my game, right? I've seen It Ends With Us, right? The movie, right?
Yeah.
Didn't read the book. So there's a part 2?
There is. So you've seen the movie, so you know the guy that the whole fight was about.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they end up being together.
They get back together?
Happy ending, yeah. No, so yeah, little spoiler alert.
Oh, okay.
Oh, no, they don't get back together. Not the guy who was mean to her.
Gotcha.
No, the guy that the whole fight was about. There was that guy that everything stemmed from.
Right. Okay, right. Because at the end of the movie, they kind of like alluded to that too.
Yeah.
Gotcha. All right.
The book is way better, by the way.
It?
Oh, way better. There's more detail. I mean, that's usually how it goes, though, in the books. There's just way more detail. So yeah, the books are really good.
Yeah, I mean, is it so? Like, this is what I mean, right? About like this show being a fucking a circus, right? But like, isn't that the same author that did like Regretting You and?
Yeah, I think she did the movie that's out right now.
Reminders of Him. Or,
yeah.
Yeah. Talk about a fucking tear fest. I have no shame.
I've seen it.
Oh my God, it was tough. It was tough. I'm not gonna lie. My manliness,
That's how it was in Wuthering Heights.
I didn't see that either. I haven't seen that.
That's a really good one. I love that one. But my favorite actress is Margot Robbie. So
yeah, she's great.
Yeah, it was really good.
She is really, really good.
The last scene is when you cry the most, and then they turn the lights on like right after, and you're like, oh my God.
Was it now? How did you read that book?
No, I haven't.
I haven't either. Like, there's some high schools that like it's like required reading, but we never had to.
Which is really weird because the movie was a little crazy.
Is it
Yeah, it's a little adulty, you
a,
know?
a little risque, if you will?
Yeah, so that's kind of weird, but I
Interesting.
never read it in high school, so I don't know.
Hmm. Anyway, I mean, I guess it's a perfect segue into like how you got into all of this. I mean, obviously you know, have you have a talent. I've seen you perform. You know,
Thank
you are absolutely fantastic the night we saw you.
you.
Um, so how do you start doing all this?
Reading?
No, singing, reading. Well, it was in second
Singing?
grade. Yeah,
Yeah, no, I mean, I've been singing since I was 6 years old. Um, well, actually younger. I don't know. I played the recording for you guys.
that's right. You did. You
Yeah, I
did.
was 3 and I was singing for my grandma. I was singing Celine Dion, My Heart Will Go On for my grandma when I was 3. And then when I was 6, my parents put me in like this vocal lesson thing, and there was a recital and I got a solo and I got to step out on stage, and it was just such a weird like moment because I knew that I wanted to do music
Yeah.
forever. So it's
Now,
really cool.
you know, I was just gonna say now when you're 3 and like we heard it right, and you were like for 3 that was great, right? It was a little sad because you were 3 and singing a song that came out when I was like 12, but that's fine. Um, and, but like, was there ever like while you're growing up and singing, even though you knew you wanted to do this, right? Was there ever like a backup plan?
No, I'm the worst. I'm so stubborn. If something doesn't work out, I don't know. I got to figure out the next move at that moment. But yeah, I don't ever have backup plans with anything.
I
I kind
mean,
of just, you know.
right. So like while you're going through this though, like, this is gonna sound bad, but you're not like a superstar, right?
Right.
So like how do you maneuver all that? Like how do you survive, more or less?
So yeah, I don't know. I just have to work. This is funny that you bring this up because I'm going on a tour this summer and I have been struggling with the doubt of it, like wondering like I don't even think I should be going on my own headline tour. I'm not a big enough artist. I am afraid it's not going to do well, and it's going to be hard because I'm going to be in a van, literally like not even a van, a SUV for
Right.
3 months, you know, and I'm going to be with my mom and my dad and my uncle just
Really?
traveling around. I know, it's crazy. So I am aware of how much work it's going to take to
Right.
get to the next level, and it's just this is I think in this moment is where it makes or breaks people, especially with the self-doubt, like not really knowing if you're going to be good enough to do it, you know.
Yeah, but you like that's the thing, right? You are, right? You are good enough to do it, right? So where does that come from, right? Where does that is it like an imposter thing, or is it just you just don't feel like you're good enough to go out there by yourself?
I don't know. I think it's just a fear of like if it doesn't work, because like I said, I'm really stubborn. I'm going to make sure something works, but there's
Right.
always that doubt like, well, if it doesn't work, what am I supposed to do then? So the fear of the unknown, I
Yeah.
think, with everybody.
Yeah, the fear of the unknown is the worst thing in the world.
Yeah, it's scary.
Yeah. So like how did you guys determine where you're going this summer?
So I have a booking agent, TKO Booking, and I don't, they just set me up a
Mhm.
tour and I was like, all right, cool.
Now, did you have any input in it at all?
No, but I am about to announce, I don't know when this is going to
Just
be
just
airing, but
whatever you want to do. It doesn't really.
okay, so I think Friday I'm announcing the second half of the tour, and that I had a little more like I definitely wanted to go to up north Massachusetts. That's where I'm from. So I
Are you?
wanted to yeah,
How
I'm
did we
from
not talk about
Boston.
how did we not talk about
I
this?
feel like we did, but
Did
I
we?
don't know.
I was also drinking a lot of tequila too, so I can't.
That's okay. Yeah, so I say I'm from Boston, but I was born in Lawrence, Massachusetts.
Oh,
I
maybe you know
lived
what? That does sound familiar now that
yeah.
you say it.
Yeah, so that's like that's my home. Even though I grew up in Tennessee, I just feel every time I go back to Boston, I love it. People are so rude and it gets me going and I love it. I'm like, yes, I'm home.
Yeah. So you were born here?
Mm-hmm.
And then did you guys quickly turn around and move to Tennessee, or?
So I lived there for a little bit. This is where I start jumping around. I lived in New Hampshire for a little bit too. Um, and I still have family in Salem and Manchester, New Hampshire, and then lived in Florida for a little bit because my mom's parents were down there. And then at 12, I moved to Tennessee, and I've been in Tennessee since I was 12. So I'm really bad at math. It's been a long time.
Yeah. Nice. I mean, honestly, I don't blame you. I wouldn't want to live around here either.
In Boston?
Yeah, it sucks. Well, it doesn't
Yeah,
suck.
right. I love it. It's so funny. I think I'm like the only person, maybe it's because I don't live there. I want to go back one day. I want to live in Boston.
Yeah, it's great, but like these winters, well, I mean, this winter was pretty brutal, but like
I love it.
I can't stand the cold anymore.
Really? That's
Oh,
where I thrive. I have the best winter outfits. I
no,
get to, I
no,
look the best in the winter.
no. I'm the kind of guy that like I want to be in shorts and flip flops and all year.
Florida's your place.
Yeah, but
My
it's like,
parents, they're there now. They retired down there.
did they? Like
Mhm.
but like Florida, like I don't know. Like my kids are still too small to like move them to other places for a lot of
Right.
reasons. But like I don't know that I would fit in. Oh, I might with the like the Florida people. And I mean that with like no disrespect at all. But like
Yeah.
it's a different breed.
Yeah. Well, let me tell you something. Being from Boston, if you can deal with the mass hole attitude, anywhere's a breeze.
That's true. That's true. But like I would want to be in like, so where in Florida are your parents?
They're like an hour from Orlando on they're Port St. Lucie area.
Oh my God. You know
There we
what?
go.
I'm glad you had caught that, because that would have sucked. I would have been like, hey, that was great. And then been like, where the fuck did everything go? My God. You know what? It's going to be because it's Monday and it's shitty out here, because it's been a
That's
tough go. It's been a tough go this morning to get moving.
That's so funny. It's
All
okay.
right. So what were we talking about? Being from here, being a bunch of assholes. Your parents live in
But you know
Florida.
what? To add on to that, my dad said something so funny the other day.
Now I can't
He
hear you.
said, the best thing about Boston is anybody will, if you are broken down on the side of the road, anybody's gonna, hold on. Can you hear me now? Let's see, what about now? Okay.
I've never had to work this hard at a conversation in my entire life. I'm gonna have to like split all kinds of shit together.
I know it has to be because I was about to say a good thing about Boston.
What were you gonna say? Because now I'm curious.
I was going to say, my dad said something funny the other day, and he said the best thing about Boston is if you're broken down on the side of the road with a flat tire, everybody's going to stop to help you out, and then they're going to tell you to F off and drive.
That's true. It
was so funny.
It is 100% accurate. 100%.
So funny.
So when you come up here to visit family, whatever, like, are you staying for for a few days, or is it just kind of quick stuff? Are you able to like actually take in the sights and the sounds, or?
So I'm gonna be there. I'm probably not gonna be able to stay long. I'm hoping to be able to get back up there soon, and visit with family, just without having to work,
Right,
if you will. Just take like a little trip up there or something. I want to go to Lake Winnipesaukee. It's so pretty.
Yeah, a couple of years ago, we took a vacation up there for a weekish, and we did an Airbnb, and we weren't on Winnipesaukee itself. We were like probably like a half an hour away, and like that Winnie is so massive, it's insane.
Yeah.
Like it's like the size of the state of Rhode Island, for Christ's sake. Like
Right.
it's so big. Have you been up there?
I have.
Yeah.
My like moment where I know I'll be like, okay, I've made it, is when I can get my parents a house on Lake Winnipesaukee. That's when I'll
Yeah.
be like, all right, well, I've made it.
Yeah. That's absolutely when you know you've made it, because
That's
it,
the goal.
because those houses are gorgeous, and they're not, they're not cheap.
Right. Phew. Nothing
So
is serious.
so you've done like the touristy shit out there, like oh God, what's it called? I don't even know. Words are eluding me. Where they
Walking on
have,
the boardwalk, doing the
yeah,
little, yeah,
yeah,
like
yeah,
stuff like
yeah.
that.
You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
have. We were actually, it was on when I was opening for Jelly Roll's Backroad Baptism tour. I was out there the whole time and we were up north in that area and I think our off day was at Lake Winnipesaukee, so it was really cool.
nice. When was that?
That was 2023.
Was that when he came through the garden?
Uh no, I don't think maybe when so it was the oh gosh, I can't even remember now what the Gillette. No, it wasn't Gillette Stadium. I'm an idiot. It was I can't remember now, of course.
Maybe that was the first time I saw Jelly, because I saw Jelly at what used to be Great Woods. It'll always be Great Woods to me. Um,
It was an amphitheater in New Hampshire.
okay, so you did that. Were you on the leg that came through Mansfield?
I believe so.
Yeah. All right. So then I have seen you twice now,
Oh,
because
cool.
we were there for that show. They had Jelly's team and had us out, and we were in like the third row, and it
Oh,
was
sick.
like right. It was sick, and it was unlike anything I expected, right? Because it's like, and I had, Struggle and I had talked about this a little bit, where it was like, at the time, I knew of Jelly's rap stuff, right? And I
Mhm.
wasn't sure how it was going to cross over into the country stuff, right? And it does and it doesn't. But the whole show at that size blew me away.
Yeah, it was a really good show.
Yeah,
It
it
was
really
really an
was.
honor to be a part of it. I had a really great time. It was so cool.
So how did you get on that? Something like that?
They had spots. There was about 14 dates that they had a spot, and he was kind enough to let me take that spot, and it was cool that I got to open. But I was out there pretty much the whole tour because I sang with Struggle too. So whenever I wasn't opening, I was still able to be on Struggle set because he was
Nice.
opening for every show.
Now let me ask you this, right? Because we didn't get much into it the other night, but like, how do you, link up with Struggle and all this? Like, where's the connection?
So, about 2018, I think, DJ Paul had a birthday party, and I had a photographer friend who was invited to go take some pictures. And he was like, "You should come with me." And I actually almost did not go because I had my son, but I ended up talking to my mom. I was like, maybe I should go. You never know who you're gonna meet.
Yeah.
And so I did end up going, and I took a picture with Struggle and I ended up posting it to my Instagram. And at that time, I was just singing just for like a hobby,
Yeah.
something I enjoyed doing. I'd sing, karaoke, whatever. So he saw that I sang and he loved it. And he messaged me and said, "I would love to produce an album on you." And I was like, "Oh, okay, cool. Sounds good." So that's where that all started. And then, um, God We Need You Now was like maybe the second song that I wrote with Struggle. So it's crazy.
Now, when you get a message like that, like, does a part of you go like, yeah, okay, whatever, like,
Course. Yeah, of
right?
course. I didn't think anything of it, but I was like, "Oh wow, this is so cool." And I was like, "But there's no way. Maybe, there's always the doubt in there, but
Yeah,
yeah."
yeah. Now, when you link up like that, right, and start doing, do you find that you're a better singer now than you were then because of, the guidance and the help that you've gotten along the way, or have you just matured into it, or is it a little bit of both?
I think it's definitely a little bit of both. I found my voice, I feel like, in country music. Because I was originally doing pop because when I was little, I was always like, I want to be a little pop star. But I grew up around country music. My mom would blast Keith Urban, Toby Keith, Martina McBride, Shania Twain, all that in the
Yeah.
car every morning on the way to school. Um, and so, that's been my roots and I found my way back into that. But I also started working with a vocal coach. His name is Breck Allen. He's so good. And I've just been, trying to perfect what I do.
Yeah. Now, well, let me ask you, because like I'm not much of a singer at all. Like I think I can, I can sing in the shower and driving around, right? But like, do you find somebody that does this like for a living, like, is this something that you're either born with or you can learn? Can you learn to sing?
Okay. I hate to sound like that. I do think there are certain things that you're born with. If you don't have the ability to hear a sound and recreate it, you're not born with it.
Okay.
There
That's fair.
is, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's very hard if you were trying to learn how to do that. That's called being tone deaf. If you don't have any sense of hearing a note and being able to sing, I think that comes with being born with it. You can get better though.
Yeah.
So if you do have the ability to sing, you can definitely become a better singer with training.
Gotcha. So like how, I've always been curious. Like when you go to your vocal coach or whatever, like what are you doing? Like obviously it's different from sports or weightlifting or, exercise, whatever, but like is it finding different ranges?
So for me, it's a humbling experience. It's very humbling because I'd always thought, oh my gosh, I think I'm a pretty good singer. And, getting with a vocal coach, realizing, oh my God, I've been doing a lot of stuff wrong. Like it could potentially hurt me. It's, there's ways that you can sing in different places in the vocal track that I
Sure.
still can't even figure out. And a lot of it is warming up and him giving me, tips on, how not to scream because I used to when I would sing really high notes, it was very screamy
Yeah.
and, that can be it's not a good sound sometimes. So to be able to, do that in a more pleasant way.
All right. I mean, that makes sense because it's like, I think about it all the time and you hear or see like, some of the greatest, most popular singers, most decorated singers in the world talking about going to like vocal coaches and stuff like that. And it's like, just to put it on the spot, right? Like Justin Timberlake going to a vocal coach sounds silly to me. You know what I mean? Because it's like,
Well, it's just keeping everything.
and,
Number one, you do it for a living, so you don't want to hurt yourself
right.
because just like an athlete, if you hurt yourself, you're out for a while. And it's a muscle. Your voice is literally a muscle. If you don't train it, it will get weak,
Yeah.
and you're not going to have the range, the flexibility, and all that. So, yeah, I mean, it is crazy, but it's definitely important when you do it for a living. If you didn't do it for a living, whatever, you could just
Right.
doesn't
You
really
could just,
matter.
right. Now, did you talked about the pop thing, right? Now, was that because, you're a kid and like that's what's, popular, right? Not that, but like, because you're a little younger than me. So what were you listening to pop wise as a kid?
BB Rexa was one of my all-time favorites. She still is. She's so good. But BB Rexa, and I listened to a lot of EDM music
What?
when I
What
was
is
growing up.
what the hell is EDM?
Electronic dance music.
Oh, they're singing
Yeah.
hold on, they're singing to that?
So there's, there's the people who sing, and then it'll be like with a DJ. And so really the DJ is the main, focus on that type of genre.
Gotcha.
But when I was growing up, I would go to a lot of like the EDM concerts, the paint festivals, like stuff that
Oh,
was just
okay.
like
All
fun. And
right.
I would
Yeah, yeah.
see it and I was like, oh, that would be so cool to just be able to dance around to this type of music on stage. And now that I'm 31, I'm like, yeah, I probably can't do that. Honestly, it might be a little weird for me, but
I mean, listen, there's plenty of weird shit out there.
yeah, I mean, hey, everybody to each their own, but it just for me, I feel like, you know what, I don't think it's my calling
Yeah.
to be an EDM singer.
An EDM superstar.
Yeah, I just don't think it's for me.
So then, I know you had said that you grew up with country music, but like at what point in your career do you say, you know what? All right, let's go to where maybe I'm supposed to be.
Yeah. 2023, I started working on, well, actually, my last album that I released was the pop genre album, and it was in 2021. And from there until literally I just released my album in February. So that was 5 years of trying to figure out, okay, what do I sound like?
Right.
What's like Caitlynne? What makes me me? And it took like 5 years of trial and error. We had a whole nother pop album ready to go. And
Yeah.
it never came out, and it's never going to see the light of day. I'm going to probably, pitch it to other artists who would want to use, my songs or whatever. But it took that long to figure out what I liked the best, what, was more fitting for me, what my voice sounded best in. And yeah, and that's where the album came from.
Now,
Yeah.
during that process, was it at all frustrating?
Of course. It was very defeating sometimes because I'm like, "Oh, I really like these songs, but it's just lacking." And like,
Yeah.
it didn't feel that was where the imposter
Yeah.
syndrome really kicked in. I was like, this
Sure.
just doesn't, it's not, it doesn't make sense to me,
Right.
So, yeah.
Now, I mean, you have a great base, with the people that you have surrounding you, but like being in Nashville and all that, like, are there other artists you're seeing like coming up even in the same ballpark you are, that it's like, you know, something to chase, or something you're seeing that's like, oh, I like that, or I don't like that, or that sort of thing, like the sound?
A sound, man, there's so many good singers in Nashville. That's really one of the things that I want to do the most, is to just be able to showcase
Yeah.
my vocals and stuff. But as far as like songwriting, there's one artist in particular. Her name's Julia Cole. Her songwriting is so good. It's such a like, it's catchy. It's like
Yeah.
metaphorical. It's storytelling, and I really do love her music.
Yeah, Julia's great. She was just up here not too long ago, and I missed her, unfortunately. But
Oh man.
yeah, I was really bummed about that because I wanted to see her so bad.
Yeah, she's super cool.
Yeah. So, like, are you writing your songs? Are you having other people write them? Are you doing a little bit of both?
So on this album, the only song that I did not write was my song Storm. That was actually Rebecca Howell, Rizzy Myers, and Mitchell Oglesby. And it's one day I was at Rizzy's house and she was playing me some music, and I was, we were going to get ready to write together. And she was like, "Oh, let me show you this song that we wrote." And it was Storm. And I was like, I need that song. We have to write something like that. And then a couple days later, she called me and she was like, "Hey, do you want this song?" I was like, "Yes, I do. Of course I do."
Yeah.
But every other song I have, been in the room writing with incredible co-writers: Cole Miracle, Bo Bailey, Ned Cameron, D. Ray, of course, Struggle Jennings, and Ryan Carpenter, Adam Craig. There's so many. And I hope I didn't miss anybody, but yeah, it's really cool.
Now, when you are writing these, or in the process of writing them with others, like, do you have moments of like, let's say somebody else brings a line or verse to the table and you don't like it, right? Do you say that? Like, do you just be like, hey, maybe we should, try to word it this way, scrap it? Like, how is that process for you? You know, are you not afraid to offend or make somebody upset because you don't like something?
When the good thing is, when you write with people, there's no emotions. We're kind of just like, whatever makes the song best. And
Okay.
I throw out some of the stupidest ideas sometimes, and they'll be like, "How about this?" And I'm like, okay, that one wasn't good. But yeah, like, what I forgot to mention too, like JD Huggins and Zach Waters, we wrote "By and By,"
Mhm.
and that was so cool. I didn't change a single word on that, because JD brought in the first verse and a hook idea, and I was like, "Oh, brilliant!" So then we started to write to that, and then there's of course times where we'll get into a room and nothing comes from it, and we're just kind of like, "Oh well, this idea sucks."
Right.
That does happen.
Right. Now, is it hard, to, we haven't talked about this on this show in a while, but is it hard to get into a room, start writing a song, right? And you get a song, you get an idea, everything's ready to go, it's done. And then, another idea pops in to the brain and it's close to similar to, identical to the previous thing?
Yeah, I would say so. Sometimes you might write about the same thing 50 times and
Right.
then something changes, but it is a cool way to, you know, take the same idea and give it different meanings each time, something different for each song.
Is that hard?
I would say so. It's like every heartbreak song ever. I mean, it's
Oh,
all about
right.
heartbreak, just in a different way.
That's true. That's true. Right. I mean, that's true. Like for me, that's how country music just should be. Like I love a good, drinking beer, good time song,
Mhm.
but like I want my country music to hurt my feelings. Regardless
Right.
regardless of where I am in life, like I want it to hurt.
I need to cry.
Right.
Right.
Right. It's like it ends with us. You just have to.
Yeah.
Now, do you find, do you have an easier time writing certain songs certain ways than others? Like sad songs, or is it easier to write than like, what, a happy song, I guess? Or vice versa?
Yes. Yeah, I definitely think a sad song is, I don't know why, and I feel like that's for a lot of people too. I don't want to speak for anybody, but for me personally, yeah, it's so much easier to write a sad song, which is crazy because when I think about it, I'm like, what do I have to be sad about? I don't have any boyfriends. I don't freaking, everything's going well. And, I'll get stuck sometimes. I'm like, well, maybe I need a boyfriend because I need some song ideas because I'm running out.
Yeah, but like you know what? I think that's people in general. Like, like right now in life, like things are all right. Things are fine, right? But like a certain song comes on and it just hits in a certain way. It's not because I'm sad or whatever, but I want that sad. I want it. I need it. It's almost like air.
Just feel something.
Right. Right.
Right.
Right. Like, I mean, I don't know. I know it sounds kind of fucked up, but like people give me shit all the time because like I'll post songs on our Instagram or my personal Facebook or whatever, and they're sad and they're like, "What's the problem?" I'm like, nothing.
Yeah,
Nothing.
it's just a good song. I love this song. You
Right.
don't like this song?
Right. A song is just a song. And like my close friends are like, bullshit. And I'm like, no, like it is. Like sometimes it just is.
Yeah, well, in a sad song, you've got like, so that's why I was really drawn to EDM music was because it wasn't so much the lyrics, it was the sounds.
Okay.
And, you know, there's frequencies that they can use to like, I don't even know how to explain it because I don't produce any type of music, but there was one song, it's called Crawl Out of Love by Millennium. And there's this thing that it does where the music will go in and then it'll and then it comes right back out and it hits you like just right in the heart. And it's, so I think that might, be why a lot of people do like the sad songs because they hit different.
They do. They do. And it's like, yeah. I mean, and you know what? As fucked up as this may sound, it's like, we all have good times and bad, right? But it always feels like it's the bad times that stick with us much longer.
Yeah.
Like you could have like the greatest year of your life, right? But like maybe the year before was a shitty year and like that's what sticks.
Yeah. And it'll shape
It
some
will.
people into how they handle the next year. I agree. I feel that for sure. That sucks, but
Yeah. I mean, but like that's how life goes. It's
I love
not,
you.
I don't know. I would be hard pressed to find somebody that is happy all the fucking time.
Yeah, it'd be really cool. I'd be like, so tell me how you do it. What's your
Right.
secret?
Right. Like, at the same time, would you want to be happy all the time?
Yeah, that'd be cool. I would love to be happy all the time.
Really?
Could you imagine being happy every day, no matter what happens?
No.
That would be incredible. Car
I mean,
breaks down.
I'm sure it would
Oh,
be.
great.
I'm sure it would be. But I guess it's kind of like being like sad all the time. You only want to
Well,
be
that's even worse. I would never want to be sad all the time.
right, but like you have to have a level of emotion,
Yeah, that's what makes us human.
Right. I don't trust anybody that's happy all the time.
Yeah.
Those people scare me. So now, you had talked about the time in between the last album and this album and trying to find yourself and all that. Now, the songs that are on this album, were those songs that you had been playing with over those 5 years, or are these all just fresh new ideas?
They I started writing in 2024 for the new country album. End of 2023, 2024. And so, yeah, those are the songs that you're hearing on the album. They've definitely been years in the making.
Yeah.
So it's crazy because, we'll release an album. It's like, oh, you just wrote these. No, they've been there for a long time. They're finally getting the light. But I also have like a whole nother album ready to go because of how many songs we had
Damn.
written in those 2 years. I know.
Damn.
So, yep, it's gonna be cool.
So are you telling us something?
Maybe. I should have another album soon, hopefully. But
Now,
I want to give this one,
time to breathe.
what it deserves,
Yeah. Yeah. Now, so when you go out on tour, right? Like, what do you got? Hour and a half, hour and 45?
I have no idea.
Oh. So
This is my first headline tour. I don't know.
I'm asking you all the tough questions.
I know.
But like, all right, so forget about this tour in general. But like when you go out and do a show, like how are you setting up, set lists? Are they based, do they ebb and flow? Is it just kind of like throw it out there and see how it sticks? Like how do you figure it out?
I definitely, look at what songs are the most popular, and I'll make sure that those songs get their moment. Because like when I'm opening for people, you could get anywhere from 20 to 30 minutes.
Right.
So that could be 4 or 5 songs. And, since I'm a newer artist, sometimes I want to throw in a cover song. So that takes away
Right.
from. So I try to look at the most streamed songs, whatever songs that people have resonated with the most. And then if I have an extra spot, I'll pick something that I really like, or that's something, that I feel like showcases my voice or, flows with the set list. But it is definitely like a flow. You want it to not be boring,
Right.
and you want it to have moments of hype and then really, bring it down and then bring it back up. So
Yeah.
you want to keep it going.
So I historically talk about how much I hate cover songs on this podcast, right? But like it fascinates me because it's like I understand why it needs to be done and why people do it and all that stuff, right? Like it's not lost on me. I don't like it for whatever reason, right? Let me say this. I don't like it when the artist has original music that is really, really good, right?
Right.
So like for you, right? You said you throw in a cover here and there. Like, do you have like a handful that you would just pull from, or is it like the same ones all the time? Like, what are some of the ones that you're covering that you really do like?
So I actually have a couple that are released. So I have done like remakes of songs. So like Whiskey Lullaby, What Hurts the Most, Love
Yeah.
the Way You Lie. So I have those. I might do 1 or 2 of those, but my favorite song to sing is Summer of '69 by Bryan Adams.
Why?
Because it's such a nostalgic thing. I love Bryan Adams. He is so incredible. And my dad, that's his favorite artist of all time, growing up, every album on repeat. And so I just grew up with Bryan Adams, And so if I'm not doing a Bryan Adams song, I'm probably going to try to do something from like Celine Dion or Martina McBride or something like that,
You should
But
really go out and do My Heart Will Go On.
That would be crazy, wouldn't it? I want to do like a mashup to where it like flows from one of my songs. So I got to figure out a song that would be like in the same key and then like bring it into that. It would be pretty cool.
That would be awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. That would, Now, do you find it, right, as a female artist, right? And I would ask this to the guys too, but like, do you find it harder to sing a male song?
If I change the key, no.
Okay.
But
fair.
like, I couldn't sing a Struggle Jennings song.
Well, right.
You know
I think only Struggle can sing a Struggle Jennings song.
So that would be a little too low for me. But if I changed the key, I could,
That's fair. I've always was kind of curious on how that all worked because like I feel like girls singing guy parts it just easy. It just comes off easy.
Yeah, I also with lyrics too. Like I'll change the lyric if it's like this girl broke my heart. I'm gonna be like this boy broke my heart. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah.
So it's just turning it into a female perspective.
I like that. I like that.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, right? You see these songs or you hear these songs that are from one perspective of the other, right? Like for you, right? Like there's a song out there from the male perspective, right? Have you ever thought about writing a song in your own vision of like the opposite side of things?
Oh, I've seen that done before, and I love when people do it. I haven't actually thought of it, to do it on my own, but I do like when other people do it.
Yeah, it's very fascinating.
Yeah, it's cool.
It is
Like,
cool.
there's been a couple that I've seen of like the Morgan Wallen song, I'm the Problem, and then the
Yeah,
girl will do the, I think it was Ashley Walls did it, I'm pretty sure. It was cool.
yeah, it's cool when they do that. It really is. Um, so back to you and touring and all that. So when does the summer stuff kick off?
Yeah. My first show is in Newport, Kentucky or Cincinnati, pretty close. April 30th. And then I will be on the road until like mid-July.
Damn.
Yeah, I know.
And then when will the second leg start?
So the second leg, it starts in June.
Oh,
And
okay.
then
All right.
July. Yeah, so in total, yeah.
Gotcha. So
Yep.
is there a
I'm
date?
so scared.
Is there a date that is solid here?
Boston, Massachusetts, yes. I'm pretty excited for it. I can't remember where I'm gonna be at in Boston, but I'll have to double check and look. But
Yeah.
there is a solid date for it.
Yeah, because if we can make it out, we're definitely gonna.
For sure.
Because going to a show is always the priority, I guess.
I love it.
So for people that may not know who you are or what all this is about, how can they follow you and all that and listen to your stuff and
Yeah, I'm on every platform. It's Caitlynne Curtis. My name is very hard to spell. I blame my parents, but it's okay. And I'm on all streaming platforms. So all that good stuff. You just gotta look for the blue check mark because there's some scammers out there. And they really, whatever. But yeah.
they really be scamming?
Yeah, they really be scamming.
You know? Well, girl, thanks so much for coming on and
Thank you. It's been fun.
yeah, sorry for the delays and all that, but we figured it out.
Yeah.
You know?
Perfect.
So it's cool to talk to you again. Nice to see you again. And hopefully we'll see you here in a little while when you come up.
Yeah, I'm excited.
All right.
All right. Thank you so much.
Welcome.
Bye.
Bye. There you have it, everybody. Caitlynne Curtis. Her opera debut is tomorrow night, Grand Ole Opry, Nashville, Tennessee. Congratulations, Caitlynne. Nobody deserves it more than you. I don't know where I was going with that. But yeah, if you see her, she's got a bunch of tour dates going on. Go check her out. If you're in the Boston area at the end of June, she'll be here at City Winery. Again, thank you all so much. Go check out our conversation with Brakefield that's also out, and our other conversation with Bella Lam that is also out today. Thanks for tuning in. Cheers, guys.